Hello everyone. This Foodie Friday is near and dear to my heart as it is co-presented by my goddaughter Maya and her father Sylvain. Maya's mummy Gisela is one of my oldest friends with whom I've been fortunate to travel to many exotic destinations around the world before Maya was born. For the time being, of course, none of us are doing much traveling, but we can always experience different cultures in our very own kitchens by trying to cook up dishes from around the world. And to facilitate that, we've made our cookbook, The Kitchen Table, available online at thekitchentable.com, where you can cook your way around the world should you want to. So that's thekitchentable.com with all our recipes available at any time for you. There you'll also find many of my favorites, including salt and pepper squid, which you're about to see my goddaughter Maya cook with her father Sylvain. I'm very, very proud of Maya, who some of you might remember as also being co-godmother of the Viking.TV with me, which we together named a couple of years ago in the middle of the Thames River in London's Greenwich. Film of which I think we'll share with you sometime along this cooking segment. Maya is a diligent student and a very well-behaved young lady, and most importantly, she is kind. Should I have had a daughter of my own, I would have hoped that she would have been like Maya, but instead I get to borrow her, though this year has not allowed much possibility for any of us to be together. We'll make up for that next year in a big way, Maya, I promise you that. Meanwhile, I can't wait to now follow the step-by-step magic behind how the simple but delicious treat salt and pepper squid is made by Maya and Sylvain. Everything Maya's father Sylvain chooses to make tastes delicious, by the way, but this is probably one of my all-time favorites. And paired with a cold glass of New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, and your treat is complete. Happy cooking. And thank you, Maya and Sylvain. Bye.
Okay. Take 4.
5.
Is it take 5 already?
5.
Okay. Hello and welcome into our home in London, England. My name is Sylvain, and who's this here?
My name is Maya. I am Karina's goddaughter, which makes me part of the Viking family. And in May 2016, I christened Viking.TV with my godmother and Gare the Viking.
Okay. Is there anything else that you can tell us about your origins?
Well, my dad here is half German and half Vietnamese, which makes me a quarter Vietnamese and a quarter German. And my mum is fully Swedish, which makes me half Swedish. So I would say I'm definitely a Viking.
Yeah, that definitely makes you part of the
Yeah.
Viking family. So here we are. And what we're going to show you today is a very easy and very simple recipe. And it is actually one of Karina's favorite recipes. It's the salt and pepper squid. And the reason why we know that it is one of her favorite recipes is because A, she's been around and had it a few times already. And B, as you know, Karina is a very busy person and sometimes it's not that easy to get a hold of her, not least to have her come around and have dinner. But if I do get her on the phone and ask her to come around and she's kind of wavering and I say, by the way, I'm making salt and pepper squid, woof, she's on her way. So this is why we're going to show you one of Karina's favorites, salt and pepper squid. So here's 4 wonderful small pieces of squid. This is a starter. And what we're going to do is we're going to rinse these with water and pat them dry with some kitchen towel. So you want to help me?
Yes, I will.
So these we can take out already and put them on here. Just let them dry a little bit on the paper towels or kitchen rolls, and then it's very easy. You're just gonna do these in like 1 centimeter thick slices like this. Right. And we're gonna put them on this. You can do it next time. Do you want to cut?
Yeah.
Want to try cutting?
Okay.
Mind your fingers. And put one.
Yeah.
And always cut away from you. There you're gonna cut your fingers that way.
Okay. Because you're left-handed. So that
Oh,
makes
of course,
a difference.
yes. Being a lefty is very confusing. So I'm gonna do it, since you're right, I'm gonna try like this. So start here. Like
Okay, yeah, no. That's better.
That's it, yes. That's thick. That's thick. That's thick. Yeah. Okay. Alright. You can do the last one as well.
Okay.
Very good. Okay. Put them in there.
There we go.
And so we're going to use this. Take another kind of separate them because they're not cut completely.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Then we take another roll and just make sure they're nice and dry. Then you wash your hands. Okay, next. Okay, so I'm also going to prepare the garlic. We're going to turn it into like fried garlic or maybe garlic chips for the Americans or garlic crisps for the Brits. So all I'm going to do, I have fairly big cloves of garlic because the bigger they are, the more chippy and chirpy they are. So I'm just going to cut those, peel those quickly. And then I'm going to cut them into thin little strips because that way you can just put them in the hot oil at the very end and have a nice little crispy garlic thing like that. So very quickly, very fine. One. And then the second one, and quickly. We'll do the same thing here. So basically we have made a few little garlic crisps, which I'm going to put into here. And they will just be a little bit of a complement or condiment for our squid. So what we're going to do now is dip the squid into our floury mix and then put it on some more kitchen rolls. So it's very easy. Just take a few with your hands, with your clean hands. Maybe I'll grab a fork and then just, actually let's use a fork for this. Okay. And then just gently coat the squid in there. And once they're nicely coated, just put it on here. Just another batch like this. So here we have a top view of our beautiful squid and Maya coating the squid in our flour, corn flour, salt and pepper, as well as a bit of chili flake mix. This looks good to go. Everything looks nice and balanced. And don't mind getting your hands dirty. Guess that's what it's all about, isn't it?
But make sure you wash them after for obvious reasons.
Yeah, especially in these times. Cook, wash, eat and enjoy. Are you enjoying this?
Yes, I am.
Is it easy? Are you going to make it for us next time all on your own without any help?
Obviously.
Yeah? No, because next time Karina is around, she will want you to make it. I mean, maybe she'll...
I will make this for you, Karina.
Okay.
All by myself.
You know what's going to happen next?
Seasoning.
Yeah. Well, actually what we're going to do is then we're going to fry it in hot oil.
Okay.
Now we're going to use a cast iron pot. Doesn't necessarily have to be cast iron, but something rather solid. So any pot will do, unless you have a frying, one of those frying utensils. It's up to you. I'm going to put some oil and cover it about, I don't know, maybe 2 centimeters, an inch, not more really. Don't need to do that much more. And I'm going to heat it up for a few minutes, high heat, and then I'm going to turn it down to medium heat. So I have one of those straining spoons, I think is what they're called. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the squid like on here and gently dip it into the oil, which should be hot by now. And I'm probably going to do 2 rounds. One initial round, and then I'm just going to place it in here. Yeah, it's hot. Hear that crackling. I'm going to turn it to medium heat while I do this. I'm going to put another few in there like this. Gently turn around. And it shouldn't take more than 2 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bowl. And I'm also going to put just one kitchen towel in it, just to absorb the fat, like that. And you see how it's getting nice and brown? You can hear how crispy it's getting. And you can smell that nice little fried seaside smell that you would have, somewhere on the beach, maybe in Greece, maybe in southern Italy, or southern France, anywhere in the world actually, it doesn't really matter. So how does it look? What do you think, Maya?
It looks delicious.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to leave it a few more seconds, and then we're going to put in the next batch. Okay, sound good?
Yeah.
I'm going to start with the little tentacles because they actually cook quicker, right? So I'm going to take those out first. And then we're going to take those smaller rings. Well, basically, just start with the ones that are nice and golden brown and work yourself up until you get the last few ones. There. I'm just going to throw, or in England you say pop, these things into the pot. Pop is one of those amazing English words, is just to put, throw, just jam something somewhere. You know what grown-ups usually have with this?
Wine?
Nice,
White wine?
white wine.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest, I took out a Burgundy earlier. White Burgundy is, in my humble opinion, the best that you can get. Of course, there's different classes and qualities of white Burgundy. But I have a New Zealand Sauvignon white open as well. So let's see how this is looking. So how does it look? I think it still needs a little bit, because if you compare the crispiness,
Yeah.
the tentacles actually look fine, but I'm just going to wait a little bit more. Maybe I should have left it on a bit of higher heat. High to medium high. I think medium high heat I think is good. And then what we're going to do at the very end is I take the squid out and I'm just going to throw these in. It's only going to take a few seconds and they'll be crispy. Oh. And do be careful, because the oil pops and squirts a little bit, so, safety first, as always. Especially you. Did you see that? It went pop. And there's a little bit of oil that just popped out. Okay, I think we're ready to empty the second batch. So there's some nice crispy brown. So here I'm taking out the last little pieces of squid. Okay. And I throw in the garlic. I want to turn the heat down. And you see they're like sizzling, and they're just going to become little garlic crisps or garlic chips or, garlicky fries if you want. And that's a really nice complement The key to this is not to burn them because they burn quite quickly and quite easily. So once again, just work with color, and as soon as it's a nice golden brown, you know you're in a good place. You see how they're getting a little bit golden, a little bit brown? Actually, I'm going to turn off the heat and just take out the ones that...
A nice golden colour to them.
Yeah. Don't forget, because this is salt and pepper squid, you can season it once again generously at the end. Pepper, salt, and a dash of lemon, the parsley that we previously chopped. Et voila, Karine salt and pepper squid, made by the Aselas family, Sylvain and Maya. Bon appetit, and we're going to enjoy this by the fire now. Okay, hi. So, so this is the moment we've all been waiting for, and of course, salt and pepper squid deserves a nice glass of whites. I'm just having a nice bit of New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. Gotta wait a few years, but
some water.
Enjoy. So you can have fork, chopsticks.
European.
I'm gonna have a chopstick. Bon appetit. So Karine, whenever you want, you can have this as soon as you come over.
Just come over. We're waiting. Thank you so much for watching, and we will now hand over to Karine, who will show you some of the incredible fresh seafood dishes you can experience in destinations around the world with Viking.
Bergen's coastal location makes it a great place to enjoy seafood. When you're here in Norway, there's one thing you must do, and that's peel shrimp. Today, we're extremely privileged to have the mayor of Bergen give us a little course on how to peel shrimp. Now, in Norway, we have different styles, and I'm curious to see if the mayor's shrimp peeling style is the same as mine.
I doubt it, but you know, I think we are doing it in the way we think it's the easiest way. The main thing is that you get the shell out and away, and then can eat the wonderful shrimp in it. That is what is important.
So these shrimp are from Norwegian shrimp?
Yes, absolutely, from out on the fjords or the sea. I am going to peel the middle first. And I just take out the middle and let it go, and then I take the head and put it away, and then I have the bottom left, and I press a little down here and just peel it off, and there you have a very clean shrimp, and you're getting rid of that one. You have to have the shrimp on bread.
White bread.
Always. Nothing else when you have shrimp.
You do it exactly opposite to how I do it.
There you are.
Yeah. So I start at the head, and I have a step that you don't have, because I love the butter or the brain. So I take the brain out, which is delicious. In fact, it's the best part of the shrimp in my book, so you're missing out. I put my peel on my plate, because I'm not as neat as you are. Then I do the belly.
At least you take the bottom at last.
At last, and I
Yeah.
do the same pinch.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I think mine is faster than yours, but perhaps not as elegant.
But you know, it is not about how fast or how elegant. It is enjoying together with friends and having all the time.
Yes. The objective is to create a shrimp open-faced sandwich.
Yes. It takes some time, depends on how big the bread is. This bread is small compared to what we used to, but it's much easier to eat elegantly. Then I think we have to have some lemon on it. I've already put on the mayonnaise, and I'm using the lemon.
I actually like it with just mayonnaise as well. The shrimp,
good.
yeah. It's the texture and the taste of
And
the
you
shrimp
know, now
itself.
I'm very polite because I have a lot of mayonnaise on it when I do it at home alone.
Oh, do you really?
Don't tell anyone.
And it has to be real mayonnaise,
Yes.
right? None of that fake.
Oh, no
low-calorie.
fake ones. No, we don't take that.
This is a tall piece of bread.
This is about making the good sounds. Oh,
Yeah, that is good.
and the fresh ones. Oh, And then it's very good with the water with lemon in, because you don't smell like a shrimp. The shrimp, the mayonnaise, the citrus, and a good wine.
Yes.
That's perfect combination.
Perfect Norwegian summer.
It is.
Yeah.
And you know, with all this, we also have a very nice white wine. That is very important. And as often as possible, we say skål.
Skål.
And we look each other in the eye to be personal and to know that you are here and I am here. Skål.
Skål. And that's a very Norwegian tradition, right? Even if you're 2 or 10 people around the table?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We do it as often as we can, also because it gives us the possibility to get wine,
Yes.
but because we want to see each other when we are together around the table.
Yeah, it's very respectful. And then there's another very typical Norwegian thing to do, and that's at the end of the meal.
Yes.
We all say, Tusen takk for maten, which means
1,000 thanks for the food.
Bergen is a delightful city that might just make your favourites list. We look forward to sharing with you its many treasures and traditions. In quiet bays along Croatia's coast, just below these buoys, are oysters, lots of them. And today I'm out with my friend Pero to learn more about how these delicacies are farmed.
So here you have both mussels and oysters.
And oysters.
So these have been in the water for how long?
These are oysters from 1 to 3 years old.
1 to 3 years old.
This one is 1 year old.
Uh-huh.
And this is the first part of production. What we do every year, in June, July, each oyster are laying 1,000 of little eggs around the bay. We put these tiny nets as a collectors, and we're waiting these oysters to connect on this net, like this, you see? This is 6 months old, you see how small it is. So this is the first part of production. In 1 year, it gets grown approximately 5-6 centimeters.
Yeah.
Then what we do, we take them off from these ropes, like this.
You
Like
remove
this is
the
1 year
oysters,
old, you
yeah.
see it's 6 centimeters.
Yeah, when it's 1 year old, you
Yes.
remove it from the net.
Yes, we remove it, like this. And then we put in cement. We put a little bit cement on each oyster
And then
and
you-
left the rope in the middle.
Okay, so you glue 2 oysters
Yes.
to the rope with a bit of cement.
Yes. And then we're waiting for 2 more years so we can start sell them.
So they're
the
ready
best.
at 3.
Yeah, 3.
This type of oyster is called
Ostraedulis.
ostraedulis.
Ostraedulis, which means flat oyster.
Flat oysters, yes, because they're much flatter than the ones I'm used to.
Flat, and it's very tasty kind. When you're eating this oyster, you can feel the taste of the nature of the sea.
Yep. And it's very easy to eat them
Yes,
because they're flat.
Very easy.
So it's
And you don't need any ingredients,
no,
just the fresh oyster.
yeah.
And you bring,
You're a fast shucker.
yeah. This one is small.
Just like that. No lemon, no,
No,
vinegar, no nothing.
This is the best.
I'm not sure how elegantly I can do this with these big gloves, but wow,
Like that.
that's fresh.
Now you try, huh?
Okay, and you hold the narrow part
Yes.
in the left hand, uh-huh.
Yes. Now slowly try to find the muscle.
Where it sort of gives away a little bit.
This is it.
Oh yeah. Okay, and then I hold it nearer to
Yes.
the tip of the
Try to cut it. Try to feel where is the muscle, but don't cut all oyster, just the muscle. No, this, like this.
Oh, I see. You put it further. Yeah, right. Okay, and you. I think I did it.
You did it?
Bravo.
Bravo.
That's good teamwork, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then I shall serve you one on your own boat.
Very good.
Come join us on our maiden sailing in 2015.